bass.
You're now listening. Yo, Tap In Radio.
With one tap, you're in. Only on Tap In Radio. Cup just to see. I didn't even know if they would have water in there.
Hi, guys.
Yeah. Hey, so we're here.
What's up?
I don't know. They had a couple water for me.
Yeah. So, hey guys, it is us. We're back in the Teacher's Lounge here on Tap In Radio. So thank you guys for joining us. Last week we had a snow day. Yeah, a snow day. So now we're back in our natural lounge. Thank you guys. Yeah.
This was clear. They just started clearing. You see that? They just started last Saturday. Literally. In the afternoon, not morning.
I'm not surprised by
Shout
that.
out to Union County.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that
Shout out
at
to
all.
Union County doing what you do.
Doing the least.
The
The
Yep,
least.
doing what you do. Doing what you do best.
The least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna just put my phone away just in case I have a little vibrate situation. But yeah, so what's going on, guys? It feels like I feel like I've seen you, but I feel like I haven't seen y'all in a minute. Like,
We had a very interesting.
Some days we make it seem like things feel long.
long, right?
Yeah. But it's all good. All good.
Yeah.
We stream from home, so you know.
Yes. So
Quite a little bit of that.
you wanna tell the people about that?
Yes. In a zombie apocalypse or post-apocalyptic world, she's not helpful. One of her friends, which one was it?
Princess Too Sweet.
Princess Too Sweet.
Oh no, you're
No,
talking about Kayla World.
Okay, yeah, Kayla. We hear Princess Too Sweet is exactly that. She's a princess who is too sweet.
She's never peed outside.
And she won't. And she won't. Even bearing an attack.
Yeah, like
She's not gonna be
running and peeing at the same
Yeah,
time.
'cause I guess she feels that plumbing will still be on. I don't know. So it got weird, but it was funny.
It was fun. It was fun.
It got weird, but yeah, you learn a lot about people when you have that conversation, you know. So
And I learned that if we were stranded, they would wait till I get sick, and then they would eat my body.
no, that is not true.
That's what they said.
One,
That's
we're
what
not
they
eating
said.
a sick, diseased body. If you just died because you died, or natural causes, or you probably got eaten by something because you're weak, then we would scavenge your body.
I said that I would go off and like bury myself like the cats and animals do. So I'm just like in a hidden place. And then all of them were like, "Well, where would you get the strength to go off and wander
And
from the
dig
group?"
a hole. Place yourself in set hole.
It just
and bury yourself alive.
cover myself back up.
Just so we don't eat her. Just so we don't eat her.
Exactly. That's my plan. Like that's my
so
plan.
she'd rather have strangers eat her. except
I'd
for
rather
us.
just go back to the earth unhinged from like human cannibalism. That's me. But
I mean, if we don't get you, the animals will get you. So I don't know.
Right.
Who cares? You're dead. You're
So
dead.
that's what
you
we
have
talked
ascended. So why do you care about your
that's what we talked
meager
about.
earthly body?
And
So
it's
yes.
just like just send something back home so my family knows, you know.
Yeah, your
but-
family probably partake in the festivities.
They're not gonna partake in the festivities. They are not. They are not.
You know
but-
what? People say
so-
a lot of things, but when they're hungry,
Right.
be a
So this is
whole
what
new person.
Bam, this is what we learned about each other, that we, in a post-apocalyptic, like we get stranded on a desert island. What was the other one? What was the
Stranded
other
on
one?
a desert island. It was just look. We gotta.
Or no, it was the Arctic because it wasn't.
No,
it was
we were
cold.
talking about
We was
that
like in
movie
snow.
Alive. We were
Yeah.
talking about that movie
Yes.
Alive.
Yes. So
That true story of those people whose
And they were
plane
like-
crashed in the Andes, and they
yeah, and I said I'm not eating like Sharon or whoever. So I'm not going to do that.
and
But-
apparently she doesn't realize that freezing to death is painful.
So
Whatever.
yes, we learn these things about each other. So
did.
that segment we called it lounging with Jay and Key. So
but it should have been munching.
Yeah, right. Because
Scavenging.
because Key and Kayla World
About
were
that
down
life.
are down to eat human bodies
ain't
if
we
shit
will-
goes left.
We will survive Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome
No.
lifestyle.
No.
Fallout, whatever you want to
No.
call it. We're going to be all right.
Me and Princess
These
Too
little
Sweet.
weaklings
Me and Princess Too Sweet. We said that we're
Are
going
going
to
to
eat
have
off the land.
UTIs.
Princess Too Sweet.
They're going to have UTIs.
That's gonna be her.
And if they think we running around looking for penicillin, you got us fucked up.
Yeah. So I said
So-
that I was going to eat like fabric and
Bowel obstruction and UTIs is what these two
Hey.
are going to have
thank you for checking in.
because they refuse to eat bugs or whatever.
I said that I wasn't going to eat a person. Princess Too Sweet said she wasn't going to eat bugs, and I said I was going to eat like grass and stuff like that. You guys
So, like
can
I
go
said,
back
bowel
and replay
obstruction
what we
and
said.
a very aggressive form of a UTI these two will have, and they will be in agonizing pain, and they'll die.
And then you guys will come and
then
eat our
that's it.
bodies.
And then they'll die. Well, probably not UTI because that's just gross. Because that's gonna be riddled through your body.
So that's where you draw the line on
Yeah, if
eating
you had a
human bodies.
disease prior to dying, I'm not eating disease.
Okay,
meat.
like it's okay for me to eat a human body, but girl, you
Yeah,
got
it
a
has to be a
UTI.
good
That's-
condition.
That,
What do you think
that's
this is?
where I
I'm
draw
not trying to get dysentery.
the line. That's where I draw the
I'm
line.
not getting an upset stomach because
A upset stomach
yeah, an upset
from
stomach.
eating
a diseased.
person.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Yeah,
Top of the line, buddy.
No. Well, I'm not what you're looking for.
No, you're not. You're not even going to be with us. You probably won't make it through day 2.
No, because I'll go bury myself.
Whatever.
I'm going to go bury myself
While the
and hide
coyotes
away.
gnaw at you.
And hide away. That's
Right.
fine.
Yeah,
That's
because you
fine.
can hide from animals
That's
and the
fine.
crows and the vultures. That will be.
That's fine.
No, it won't be.
That's fine.
It'll be horrible.
It won't be your experience. It will be mine.
You will have scavenging animals gnawing at you.
Well, at least y'all know where to find the meat at. So y'all kill one
I'm
of
not
those.
fighting a buzzard
So
for your
you
body.
would rather eat a human body than fight an animal? For
If
their
you
meat?
if you chose to, as she said, bury yourself, entomb yourself, just to avoid us eating you, and then you want us to come and save you?
No. I'm saying you would rather not fight an animal to eat a human body. So like let's say I bury myself, right? I'm gone. So I'm buried. So now the animals come to try to eat me. You wouldn't kill the animals that have come to try to eat my body?
No, I would let them finish eating you, and then I would kill the animal and eat the animal.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh yes, absolutely.
That's
Because
what
then
I'm
they'll
saying.
be full and they'll be ripe for the picking. But
You
if
see
you
this?
think,
And this is what we were talking
I mean,
about.
if you think this is because I'm mad they're eating you, you are mistaken.
Oh, I know you don't get, I know that.
That's not why I'm doing that.
That's not
You
even
were basically-
that is not even
you
a
are
forethought.
basically
But you
bait.
know, here's my
So-
thing. I would give y'all a little homegoing service. I would put y'all in the water
Homegoing
and just
service?
like send y'all
You
off.
want a Viking funeral after all
I
that?
said I would give y'all. I already know where I stand in y'all world, so that's why I would just do my own
No.
self justice and
No.
go bury myself.
You chose to
bury myself.
return to the earth. So that's where we're gonna leave you.
Yeah. No, but
You
y'all-
buried
no.
yourself, so you want
get
us to-
away from y'all.
So you're saying you're burying yourself, right? Then you want us to
No.
dig you up and
No.
rebury you somewhere?
No, I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
saying that
So
at all.
It's already done.
What
You
I'm
already buried
saying
yourself.
is, I'm burying myself because
that we can't
the
eat you when you
opposite
die.
of that is you guys eating me.
After you die.
if you were to die, in
Why
this
do you care? This is what I don't
in
understand.
this hypothetical situation,
But
if
why
you
do you
were
care,
to
Jada?
die,
Why do you care?
you would get a funeral. I would get eaten because I don't
I
believe
didn't say
it.
that. I don't want a funeral. If all y'all got to eat is me,
You would sacrifice yourself.
it's not a sacrifice. I'm already dead. A sacrifice is if I say kill me and eat me.
Ah, no.
That's a sacrifice.
No.
I'm talking about
I would just have
once
you-
you've taken your last breath and we've checked it and we're like, okay, she's dead, then we eat you. But we're not gonna strangle you
He's like-
and then eat you. That's
like,
a sacrifice.
no.
That's not what sacrifice means.
No.
So
No.
no, absolutely not.
No.
So if your whole thing is that we're going to sacrifice you, meaning you're going to be alive. And
Y'all gonna
somebody's
wait
going
till
to
I
kill you.
like
Yeah, you gotta be
like
dead,
fall
dead.
or
Like all
something.
the way dead. When you're dead, dead. If there's nothing else to eat, I mean, of course they're talking about if there's nothing else to eat. Like if there's other things to eat, I'm not gonna eat a human body first. Come on. But I'm definitely not gonna sacrifice you and eat you. What the hell? What do you think this is? Witch's coven? Like, what do you think we are? Like, she's sacrificing herself for us.
So yeah,
That's not on the top of my menu.
that's what we talked about inside the lounge. So anytime that we're not here and you want to engage in some
very weird,
but like finding out where you stand in people's lives, just come inside, lounging with Jay Kee.
I don't know why she's taking it so personally.
I'm not.
Good.
I'm not.
Because like I said, I wouldn't kill you.
I would.
I would wait till you were dead. All the way dead.
Thank you, I guess.
But we can't wait too long because then you'll start to
You
rot.
know what? We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on from this, and like,
but cannibalism is not cool.
we're gonna move on.
And I don't wake up
And we don't condone
thinking
it.
about who I would eat first.
No.
This is just a hypothetical.
Super
that-
hypothetical.
We're just saying if it came to that, two of us was with it, and the other two wasn't with it.
Not at
So-
all. Like not at all.
They
by a
wouldn't
long
even
shot.
use the bathroom outside. I don't understand what.
One of the two
Oh.
would not
One
use the
of them.
bathroom outside. One who shall remain, but like we know who's capable of using outdoor restrooms.
Right.
So that was like a conversation we had about like peeing outside and like ever peeing outside. And it's crazy. Like
Some people have
never
never
peed outside.
peed
Like
outside.
ever.
Yeah,
It's
like, and I'm like on a long car drive, and you never had to just like the old pull over, open the door, and squat on the side.
A
Wow.
drunken night. What?
Yeah, I've seen a plenty drunken people just
Hopping a squat.
right there and there.
Or even camping. Like I used to go camping back in the day. So like that's
So
that's
it's
fair
surprising
ground.
that some people have never done that.
Yeah. So
Never done that. But one of the big things about the conversation was we don't teach enough agriculture in school. Being able to grow your own food. Take care of animals. In the event you have to be self-sufficient.
and know what mushrooms to eat and
Yeah.
not to eat
Good mushrooms and the bad mushrooms.
versus the poisonous mushrooms.
You know.
So yeah. I mean there were other aspects to this conversation, but it was really thought provoking. It's like, okay, so like if we were stranded in like wilderness classes, I think we talked about that too. Like what
How
to
use
do.
a compass? Some people don't. I've never even seen a compass.
I haven't seen a compass in I can't tell you how long.
It's crazy, right?
I cannot tell you how long I've seen a compass.
It's crazy. And my
they
husband had
even
to tell
still
me it always points north.
Yes. Do they even still sell those?
They absolutely do. We bought two. Yeah. So having a compass.
Where do you even get that? Like,
And who teaches you how to use one?
where do you buy one?
You can buy it off Dick's Sporting Goods.
Oh, okay.
Or I mean, you can get them. I don't know about. I know Dick's Sporting Goods has them, but of course you can get them on the internet.
I was thinking that. It's like, I'm looking for a compass. Like,
I mean,
for
people who
what?
go camping generally have that type of stuff. Swiss Army knife and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, we definitely should teach those skills in school, other than making kids take trig 1, trig 2.
I mean,
Algebra 1,
maybe
algebra 2.
those mathematical problems will help you navigate yourself out of the woods if you have one of those.
No, you don't need trigonometry
beautiful
to do that.
minds. It's just like
You don't need algebra to find the North
like
Star.
the
You don't need.
the leaf here.
any
I
of
think we
that.
should like
I think we should have
west.
more classes that are relevant to what helpful classes. Because I tell you, I don't use calculus, and I took Cal 1 and 2.
Please, I didn't even make it that far in that process. But
I don't use it.
so we're in episode 24. You guys been rocking out with us for 24 episodes, plus the ones that we lost. So
Some lost footage.
there's some lost episodes.
Some Instagram funny business.
Yeah, so we don't know where they are, but
gram.
you've been here with us, and we thank you.
Yeah.
So
They'll resurface when we get famous.
word, right?
They'll
Like
resurface.
right. It's like, oh,
Remember when they was talking about somebody's wiggling ass
They
kids?
said the N-word. They said the N-word. Like, oh, now y'all want to bring
I was
that up.
young then.
Yes. So, it's Black History Month, if you guys haven't noticed, if you've been under
For
a
some
rock.
people. For some people, it's Black History Month. For other people, it's all people. It's all History Month. For some other people, it's just another month. And yeah, the world is
Yo, it's ridiculous. So just as a reminder, our disclaimer.
Our thoughts and opinions are our own. We do not represent our school districts. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please reach out to your Board of Education, your superintendent, your PTA, your mayor.
Yeah.
Don't ask us.
Don't
bring it to us.
No.
'Cause it
We
ain't me.
ain't gonna be able to help you. We'll just point you in the direction
Of the door.
away from us. Away.
Of the door.
Yes. So, Black History Month, aka
The shortest month of the year.
Negro History Week, evolved to Black History Month. And look who it is, Princess Too Sweet. You just missed us talking about
A recap.
of our.
Last week's episode.
You'll see it in the recap of this. So once we post this, just go back and you'll see what we're talking about. So Black History Month originated as Negro History Week, and
It's been a lot going on. A lot of stuff going on. One of the ones that really struck out to me was who was it? Utah decided they want to opt their children out of Black History Month. Opt out, like an email. You know, you can just opt out.
yeah, unsubscribe.
Yeah,
I want to unsubscribe from
Black History Month.
Black History Month.
Yeah.
Like this is not a part of American history
At
right?
all.
Like,
At all.
like-
I don't feel it's relevant for my children to learn about that. I mean, it's not in the history books anyway, so.
Why?
Like, we don't even know if it's true. It's not in the actual history books, so why do we need to talk about it? So, yeah, they wanted to opt their children out of Black History Month.
Right. So it was a Montessori school.
Of course it was.
A Montessori school.
You want to tell them what Montessori is if they don't know?
Yeah, you tell them because I still don't know.
Oh, Montessori is a more holistic approach to learning, whereas the students are allowed to go to different stations and learn what they want to learn at their own pace. Okay, participate in projects that they want to participate in, while the teacher pretty much just oversees and assists if the students need any help. So at any given time, you can have kids who are probably over doing some music stuff. You can probably have some kids in another corner doing some science stuff. You may have a kid taking a nap. I don't know.
Is it like free time? But like
No, they're actively just learning what they want to learn. So if they want to excel, if they find more interest in biology and they want to continue working on biology throughout the day or the week, then they are allowed to do so. Which is, I guess, it works for some kids. I actually know some kids who I feel like should probably fare better in a Montessori school. Kids who can't stay on a particular subject too long, who lose interest, it probably works for them. Biggest issue is you'll have kids, and there's multiple grade levels in the classrooms. Biggest issue is nobody's learning at the same pace. So you may have a third grader who's on a fourth grade reading level, and they'll have another third grader who didn't take as much interest in English. So they're not on that level. They're probably something else.
interesting.
It is.
So at this school, and thank you for the information. So at this school in particular, in Utah, so the student population is around like 200 plus, right? Like 200 plus kids. And of that 200 plus, 3 of them are black. So, of course, they hit you with the after they got flamed on the internet. It's like, oh. So we apologize for what we said about this opt out. You can resubscribe to our
At any time, you can add your name back to the email list.
Please, we want you back. So they apologized because they knew it was not well received nationally, because the message that it sends is like, okay, well, this part of American history is not worthy, because if we look at it, like, African American studies is an elective. It's not like
if you even have it as an elective.
Right.
So the gaps that are in the history books that eliminate us, the only little bit of time we get to fill those in is during Black History Month, if you don't have a history teacher who likes to go rogue and teach different things. So I thought it was interesting, and I was all for it as long as my kid can opt out of white history, which is pretty much history. So
every day.
I just give my kid a double gym or something while y'all are doing your white history, and then all will be fair, and you can teach whatever white history you want, and that'll be all good.
But it comes from, and like, this is just, I can, learning all of this information, I believe comes from home first. You know what I mean? So it's like, however, whatever cultural background you all share, it's like having access and being able to provide students with something, not just what we already know. Oh, MLK, and like even with like Malcolm X, it was like, oh, Malcolm X, but like really getting into it and cultural exposure. I can say, like, my parents, I didn't understand it growing up while we went to so many things and while we did all of this like Black stuff, but it was definitely like it was a seed, and it just like boop, opened up my mind, especially in my adulthood. So they backtracked and they apologized for that. So during Black History Month, you're gonna come up here with some kind of foolishness like that.
No, I didn't see that one, but I'm gonna look it up.
What'd you think?
About a cop who committed suicide? Oh, the military man who committed suicide and left a chilling suicide note. No, I haven't seen that one yet.
No, didn't see that.
Yeah.
Not aware. So the second,
but I'll look it up definitely.
The second thing.
But no, but seriously, if I can opt out of white history, that.
Oh no! Like I know you were serious.
I'm like,
you see, I did not laugh. Like, I knew you meant business.
Like, how offended
they wouldn't be.
They would be if all minorities was just like, good.
No,
just,
I don't.
I think they would absolutely. They would make it a requirement.
I don't think they would be offended because they didn't even want us to read. So it's just like,
well, if we are gonna read, we gotta read what they want us to read. And now we're telling them we don't want to read that. Oh no, that's not gonna fly. That's not gonna fly.
Hey, listen.
They're gonna make history a requirement for graduation.
Well, in essence, not having other people's history and only having this history is punishment in itself. You know what I mean? So it's the eradication of everyone else but speaking of eradication, there's a man who's from Michigan.
Nice segue.
Thank you. A GOP Nigerian 34-year-old man, and I'm putting all his business out on the street. You guys can Google him if you choose to, because I thought this shit was fake.
Yes, I sent these to her because apparently she's been living under that rock that she buries herself in.
Yes, I have been living under a rock. I have been.
And,
I have been.
The same one she's going to bury herself under.
Yep.
So
my safety rock.
I don't know why she think I would send her fake news. I got nothing else better to do today but send her fake stories.
Oh my gosh, I saw that, and I honestly thought it was like, there's no way in hell that this came from a real person. Not saying the information that was provided to me was fake from you, but it's just like, no one, like, a real person did not write this shit. Like, I refuse to believe it. And then I saw it was a real tweet, like a real
Absolutely.
tweet. So the man's name is Austin.
Chang.
Sure.
Shang.
Chingay.
Chingay.
Sure. Sure.
Chitty chitty bang bang.
Yes. So he is an alt-right GOP Republican, and he has made a vow, a vow, a vow to get rid of Black History Month in the state of Michigan if he were to be elected. A vow. And he's making this vow to the Trump base to feed into their racism
He is a mess.
and xenophobia, which is interesting because, you know, like not every Black experience is the same. So I can't even say like for him as a Black man, because I don't know if he even identifies as being a Black man. That's just for me to him. So I don't know what he identifies as, but this individual considers Black History Month to be, what did he say?
Offensive, unfair, and quite possibly illegal. Now, we're offensive. We're unfair. We're unfair. We're unfair.
We're unfair.
Us.
We're
We're unfair.
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 2 separate water fountains.
Yeah.
Separate bathrooms.
Yeah.
Jim Crow. Separate schools. But we're
Unfair.
unfair.
So
Equal
Carter G.
housing
Woodson-
authority. Equal affirmative action. We're unfair.
Unfair.
And illegal.
Oh, NAACP. Let's not.
Oh yeah. And illegal.
Illegal.
Illegal. I want to know what law books
But he migrated.
he has been learning his law, American law, from.
So this guy, I was about to call
So
him a clown,
learning Black history
is illegal, and
unfair,
and offensive,
and offensive
by this man.
because, yay, I don't know. So,
Yeah.
so I guess by that, Native American history is unfair, illegal, and
Yeah. Right. Okay. Basically.
huh?
No, I was reading what Princess
Oh.
Too Sweet says. She's like, what boat he think he about to get on, like, when the time comes, like, and things go to hell. Where, like, who you gonna stand with? Because we saw, you, not to segue,
Oh, no.
we see, I don't know if you guys checked out the news yesterday, only because of you, I turned the news on.
Because she didn't believe that I sent her real story.
I'm
She-
not going there. So, we're in the midst of the second impeachment of Donald Trump, right? So, like, today was the second day that they presented their arguments. Yesterday, his lawyer presented, and I heard it was like trash. So today they presented more. So the reason why I bring this up is like, what side are you going to stand on? Because these same individuals were like, oh, pro Blue Lives Matter, and they were talking about all the police officers and the injuries that these individuals had sustained from like fighting with these individuals, I can't call it savages, for hours. One took his life, like 2 took their lives, 2 police officers took their lives. One was hit in the head with a fire extinguisher and died. Like 3, one lost 3 fingers, and a few of them, like one is in the process of losing an eyeball. So like all of this happened. Where the Blue Lives Matter people at?
Like I said, I sent you another video. I forgot who the reporter was. He said if it was Black people,
Oh, come on.
they would have been shot in the face.
On site.
If
On
it
site.
was Middle Eastern people,
On
they would have
site.
been sniped
They-
miles before they even got close to the
First of
building.
all,
So,
as soon as they booked their plane tickets, they would have
red
been,
flag.
Thank you.
Red flag.
Thank you. As soon as they would have booked their plane tickets, they would have been whoop, like, hey, something's happening.
So,
I said,
like I said, I just sat and watched it. Like, oh man, that is messed up.
it is. It is. So this clown, he's trying to appeal to these individuals. He's trying to appeal to the base of racism. So we talked about Blue Lives Matter, right? So let's not forget Blue Lives' favorite cousin, All Lives Matter. You want to take
Their
this
first
one?
cousin. Tennessee principal. Black lady. She was black, right? She was
Yep,
black.
she's a black lady.
Yeah, all these people are black.
Or if she identified, because once again, we don't know if she
These
identified.
people have pigment in their skin,
We don't know what they identify as.
so she may identify as, I don't know, but she is going to change Black History Month
At her school.
All History Month, All Lives Matter Month, All Lives Matter Month. So we have yet another month that celebrates everybody.
But us.
So
Yeah.
that was her plan. And then I guess that wasn't well received. So she double backed and said, oopsie.
Yeah.
What I really meant was, and I'm sure if she could have offered a discount code, she would have. I am so sorry for the stupidity. Here's a discount code. But unfortunately, she couldn't offer one. So.
But you know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like she didn't run that past anybody. She just took that straight to the finish line on her own. Like, straight on her own.
Yeah.
And the messed up part is, especially in working in a district, right? Working in a district, and this is why we make our disclaimer, we do not represent our districts and our thoughts and opinions, because it only takes one person to say something crazy to bring like the most negative attention to your district as a whole. Not even like, oh, this is my school. Like, nah, the whole district gets written off. Crazy.
Yep.
Crazy. And she...
All Lives Matter Month. So for the whole month of February, students were going to learn about
everybody else.
but whom?
I think...
Let's learn about, I guess, just put a bunch of names on like a Wheel of Fortune wheel and just...
Or maybe
big money,
like,
big money, big money, big money, big money.
it's color-coded. It's color-coded. Like yellow, purple, any
Big
color
money,
but
big money,
black.
big money, yeah. Big money, big money, big money. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What about?
Yeah. Yeah. No. It's,
So I don't know how that was going to work. Like, we're just gonna open a history book and be like,
okay.
oh, okay, Christopher Columbus.
All right. All right. So yeah, like that works.
Yeah.
No. I just
I don't know how that
like,
worked in her mind.
out of all months, you know, like out of all
yeah, why
months.
can't they act up in January, March, April, May?
Everybody seems to get it to fucking together for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, oh
And
yeah.
Apparently that's super offensive to the Irish, and they're like, oh, like we're not leprechauns, blah blah blah. And it's like, okay, everybody's like, you know what? We're gonna change that. We respect that. But when it comes to like Black history, it's like, what is it really?
Or when Native Americans say, do you have to have, what is it, the Indians?
Yeah, or Redskins.
Can we change that? I mean, it's been the name for like
Americans on
80
football.
years.
Yo,
So,
can we? Did you watch the Super Bowl?
no.
Did you watch the Super Bowl? Okay. How did you feel about the performances for the Super Bowl? So like,
Honestly, everybody did their thing.
okay.
For the weekend. I like the two her did a thing.
Mhm.
You got Jasmine Sullivan with
The country guy.
yeah. And actually they coordinated that really well. But the halftime show, love it. I didn't really
No. I mean,
care.
no. I didn't hate it, but I wouldn't watch it again. So as it related to the Super Bowl, her did really good. Jasmine Sullivan, I feel like she could have held that on her own. Really didn't need to like have him there. The Weeknd, once again, could have did without him. But what I found to be most interesting, and this kind of sort of is a controversial. Now the Super Bowl and the NFL is like, oh yeah, you know, like we want to focus on racial injustice. It's not right. So like this is the platform for us to focus on it. Not even just the music, but well, the music aspect, because they like really blacked it up this year for the Super Bowl. Like they blacked the hell up like for the Super Bowl.
Crumbs.
But yeah, because they had the.
How does that help us as a society? Crumbs.
But now it's just like, oh well, you know, the reporters, the broadcasters, well, you know, the NFL is working hard to bring awareness to racial inequality that's happening in the country.
We already know about what's happening in the country. We can see it through everybody's smartphone. What I want to know is how those little breadcrumbs, these are smaller than the ones Hansel and Gretel left, help me in the long run.
Exactly.
But we gave you the Super Bowl, you danced.
Right.
we,
Right.
We gave you a discount code.
Right.
Did you use the discount code?
Right. And every morning we woke up and chose violence, and you guys have stood here. But I just don't understand, because when Colin Kaepernick was trying to bring awareness to this, right? Mm-hmm. He's still shunned. If I'm not
He's
mistaken.
a leper.
Yeah, like
he's a leper.
Right. So now it's just like, oh yeah, we're gonna bring awareness to it, and okay, like cool, you know. But like, where have y'all been? Where have y'all been? Because remember, oh, it's about the flag. It's disrespecting the flag. The same flag that y'all was beating police officers with on Capitol Hill on January 6th. That same flag. Help me to understand. I must be a crazy person.
You are.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
You're insane.
Absolutely insane in the membrane.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you.
I don't need your breadcrumbs.
No.
That does not impress me that you blacked out football field. Okay. Wonderful. What about that dirty water in Flint? I'm just saying. How does that halftime show help the people in Flint who's drinking? Is it purple now? Because I understand
it's
that
still like
it's
rusty
changed.
brown.
Yeah, like the water is still filthy in Flint.
It's still.
But
And
drink some soda and watch the Super Bowl. Like that doesn't help them. It does not impact anybody.
No,
It does not impact. So I call it breadcrumbs. It's just little red. What do you call it? A red herring. Something to just throw you off.
Dutch Pete. That's the black face. So, it is. It's just a decoy to what the real issues are. So Princess Too Sweet said, "Don't forget about the Dutch people who still celebrate Black Pete. They do the black face and wigs and the pink lips and dress in the Afro wigs. I've seen that.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen it, it's just like, oh yeah, it's a tradition to do blackface. Like,
I mean, once upon a time, hanging a nigger at a picnic was a tradition.
Sure was. Not to say it was cool, because obviously it wasn't. But
I mean, biblical. They used to just sacrifice goats as tradition, and what was it, paint the doors with the blood? We don't do that anymore. So,
I mean,
some people are, but I mean, it's not
a.
I mean,
yeah. Either way, we bring all of this up to say, like, cut the shit. Cut it.
I mean, stop falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
Like,
stop falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Like,
it.
it has so much weight. Like, oh, but
cut it.
But we gave you. There's a black show on Hulu.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that a thing? You guys have shows now.
Yeah.
And when we took them away, we gave them back to you.
Cut it.
Yeah.
Cut it.
But
cut it. And like, what Black History things are happening in schools virtually? You don't.
I don't even talk about Black History during Black History Month, because I feel like if you're not learning this at home, what?
Yeah.
I don't have time to sit here and fill this in.
No.
I don't have time to sit here and fill
That's just like BB Winans. Is it BB? BB is the guy, because CC is the lady, right? So some country singer, I don't know who, or is it country singer or NASCAR? Some person of some kind of caliber got caught saying the N-word.
Ah, yeah.
right? I think it was.
I don't know his name, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think it was a music. I think it was country
music.
Yeah, I think it was a country music person. So he, was recorded. He got caught out there saying the N word or whatever, and BB Winans was appointed like the honorary, like, explain why this is bad and help
What?
him.
Not Steve Harvey? Not Jada Pinkett Smith? They like designated themselves like
Yeah, she gonna bring him to the red table.
yeah, they done I don't know, put some sort of gave themselves some sort of titles.
No. So BB Winans was a designee for explaining why white people shouldn't say the N word, and it's just like, are we still explaining this?
I don't.
Like, are we still explaining it? Like,
People use it so fluently now. It's like, huh? Okay. So fluently.
and it's like,
And I mean, they love to say it.
with this guy, it wasn't like he only apologized, obviously, because he got caught.
Oh.
Obviously, he got caught. Like you said, the coupon code. So it's like, you got caught, so that's why you're apologizing for it. But you're not apologizing because it goes against who you are. Just like with Paula Deen, when she had her, what was it? Her
Meltdown or
yes.
cooking show, whatever.
Yes.
They all done it.
When Paula Deen went on her N-word tangent, and she had her plantation themed barbecue and everything like that. So it's just like, hey, you're only apologizing because you got caught. You're not apologizing because you don't resonate with what this means. You know what I mean? So it's just like, they want our rhythm but not our blues. Exactly. Well, they stole that too.
Who said that? Why can't I think of his name? Paul Mooney. Everybody want to be a nigga, but don't nobody want to be a nigga.
Right.
They don't want the experience. They don't actually want to deal with what we deal with.
Right. So, I mean, Black History Month. I don't like.
They're trying to make it history. They're trying to make Black History Month history.
Right. And it's just like, okay, well,
I think they just can't understand why we just won't go away. Like we were saying, we've made them degrade themselves.
Yeah.
We've put drugs in the community. We've put guns in the community.
Yep.
We've performed illegal medical experimentation on them. We've taken them away from their spirituality. We've separated their families. We have most of their men in jail. Why are they still here?
Right. It's like, what else?
What else can we do? Let's cancel Black History Month.
I know they like that, right?
That's the thing.
They like that.
That's the thing.
Like
Let's
that.
cancel that.
They like that.
That's it. That'll put them over.
That has some.
That's
some
weight.
Some identity. To it, right?
That has some weight. Yeah. Let's cancel
that.
Cancel it.
Yeah.
And then let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
Let's make them not like their hair.
Yeah.
Let's make them not like their natural features. You know, let's put these other features on other individuals and call it beautiful. But for you, I'm gonna say it's hideous.
Monkey.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. So let's make them have a lower of self-worth.
Right.
That's just like the Topsy Turvy dolls. Remember, I don't know if I was telling you about this. So like the Topsy Turvy dolls, if you guys aren't familiar with it, so back during slavery, the slave children, like the young girls, would have dolls. So the idea was to not have a sense of self, so the dolls were never black. They were always white. So the parents, or like the mothers, they created topsy-turvy dolls. So one side was white, and it has this big skirt, and the other side was black. So when they weren't around their slave masters, they would play with the black doll. And then when they were around them, it would topsy-turvy, so they would turn it, and it would be like a white doll. So if you guys ever have some time, look it up. Or it might be called something different that you all know about, but I know them as topsy-turvy dolls. So it's very interesting.
I never knew that. And That's crazy. That is
Yeah,
crazy.
so it's a lot of stuff out here, and we fight it every day, every day, every day, every day, and we still stand. So like the theme of our show, we're still gonna do it.
Yeah.
Period.
Gonna.
We're still gonna do it. Period. Period.
Now, I'm gonna use the coupon code. Don't get it twisted. But I still don't like you.
No. It's like they wake up and they choose violence, figuratively and literally, because like the fact that there are an overwhelming amount of individuals who saw what happened, and they still have to be told like, hey, this individual caused this. Did he? Yes. These are the words that he said. Well, his words can be misconstrued. Oh, well. Like one person who was convicted, like only 106 or 100, like a small number of people. It's thousands upon people out there. Oh, well, why were you out there? I got caught up in the mob mentality, so that's what happened. So you're not capable of thinking for yourself? That's what you're telling me? Well, I got caught up in the mob mentality. I thought, like, with I don't know if you know about her either, the QAnon Republican who was on the freaking education committee and they kicked her off of that shit. You know what I'm talking about? And she goes, oh, well, I thought, I was provided with information that I thought was real. Am I? So I can say that and it'll be all right? So, oh yeah, I thought I could always go into banks and just take money freely.
I thought all this stuff was free.
Yeah, like, oh, no, it's not? Oh, well, hey, I didn't know that.
I mean, if they didn't want me to sample, why do they have a buffet?
What? I mean, I saw doors, I saw a lot, but like, I didn't think that applied to me.
I didn't know I couldn't do that.
I didn't know I could do that. Please. It's just, 2021 is feeling real 2020 is. So, like, I don't, like, we need to really shake this off. But I will say, I don't know if you noticed this, how quiet it's been. Like, no drama for our country outside of, like, the local.
It's weird not seeing inappropriate tweets from our world leader. But
I like it.
It's weird. It's weird. Because he's been doing it for just 4 years of just arguing with celebrities.
Nonsense.
Yeah.
It's just.
Didn't he have a tweet war with Taylor Swift?
He had a tweet war with everybody. He had Twitter.
How do you get into a fight with Taylor Swift?
He has his own beehive, and that's crazy.
Yes, he does.
He
Yes,
has
he does.
his own beehive.
Yes, he does. He has the killer. He has the murder bees.
He had the murder hornets. Remember that?
Yes,
It was like
he has
murder
the
hornets
murder
were a
hornets.
thing.
He has the murder hornet hive. So
Yes. Oh yes. So Princess Too Sweet says the one black mobber that was out there got arrested. Yes, he did. Yes, he did get arrested, and they are going to charge his ass with whatever they can
he's
because
gonna get 100 years plus plus 25.
for
In case
every
he
minute,
dies and wakes back
for
up.
every minute his ass was out there, he could go get
Get
a
him
year.
this week. Alright.
No, like, hey, no one was there to bail him out. The guy who was up there with all the like tribal stuff on, his mom came and got him. So like, hey, it is what it is. But I don't know what else to say to that. I really don't know what else to say.
Opt out of white history. That's what I have to say. I'ma opt out too. I'ma opt out of all that. Everything. I'm like, no, I'm opting out of East. I'm gonna opt out of that. It's not relevant to anything that I need to know. I'm gonna opt out of that. Absolutely.
No doubt.
Just opt out.
Yep.
That's my thing for this year. I'm opting out.
Opt out.
I'm opting out. I'm opting out. Professional development, I opt out. SGOs, opting out.
Nope.
Not doing that.
Nope. I'm good. This is
Summer school, I'm opting out.
This feels like white history.
Yeah.
So I don't think I need
It
to-
feels like there's some sort of underlying whiteness in
I'm
that.
just gonna
opt out.
I'm
Just opt
gonna,
out.
like,
Yeah,
I'm
just
just gonna say no to that and keep it moving. Well,
because it's illegal
offensive,
and unfair.
unfair.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm opting out because
Yeah.
It's unfair
Illegal.
and offensive.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well.
And I'm gonna change my tagline to opt out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get a shirt made that says
Opt out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Would y'all buy those? Yep. So if somebody asks you something, you could be like,
Opt out.
opt out.
Okay. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us for another
Yes.
entertaining time in the Teachers Lounge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Teachers Lounge podcast here on Tapping Radio every Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. You can catch us on our Instagram, The Teachers PC, and follow us on Tapping Radio. So tag us. We still are looking for more Twitter followers. So, like, we're still holding steady at a solid 4. So,
But Instagram, we love y'all.
yeah, like, y'all, like, we thank you. So, we'll catch you guys next week. Same place, same time.
She said she's gonna go to every black church that has a white Jesus in it and tell them to opt out.
Okay.
Don't do that in the church.
All right,
Don't do that in
guys.
church. That'll get you in trouble. We
Bye.
can't save you if you're in the church. Have a good one.
Okay.
Turn up the bass.
You're now listening. Yo, Tap In Radio.